All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Monogatari, Often Monster, episode 14, the final episode of this section of Monogatari that we got here, and it's kicking off with a pajama party.
It's a pajama party that Araragi was
voluntold
yes, to be there. He must be there.
Quid pro quo.
The
Ipso
safety
facto.
of the town depends upon it.
That's right.
Yes,
because they're
indeed.
going out on a limb for you here, and so...
And given that this is a very serious thing, you need to come professionally garbed up.
Exactly. You have to blend in. Yeah.
I mean, Araragi could, definitely, totally pass for a high school girl.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just love the idea of Kanbaru getting this call and being like,
Absolutely.
All right, ladies, so here's what we've got. Got a friend here who believes in, supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
He will be our entertainment for tonight.
Yes.
Yep, cool with you? Yep. All right, sounds good.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
I mean, and it's also that guy, Araragi.
Right.
Araragi senpai. Araragi
Yeah.
Sama. Araragi.
Sama.
Oh, that Araragi. Yes.
Yep.
That cracks knuckles. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Right.
Let's go. We have ruled out and in with regards to Deathtopia, though. She did start this whole thing.
But not, intentionally.
But not intentionally.
Right.
Yeah.
She just
There was a miscommunication.
wanted to put on some makeup, you know?
Yep.
Right?
As you do.
Yeah.
And they both had their moment of you
No amount of
That's funny.
no amount of topping off the tank would,
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Incredible.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Flawless.
スモールフォワード好きなプレイ
Okay, very nice.
今日の水戸のポジションポイントガード
Oh, point guard. Okay. Hey, yeah.
シルビア・シビア
Sylvia
Whoa.
Severe.
好きなプレイブロック
Yeah, that's our giant on the team.
Yep.
ポジション控えのシックスマン好きなプレイ
Cheers!
Nice.
Yeah!
頑張る駿河あらら
Ah!
放置プレイ
Oh. That is fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
もしかするとだとするとひょっとすると5つから共通点を探すのではなく
Sure.
Okay.
られた5つから仲間外れを探す国語の
Yeah.
Sure.
間違い探し、ある
Right.
いはこうして女子高生のパジャマパーティーに参加している大学1年
Indeed.
One of these things is not like the others.
こうやって漏れたのか。だとしたら僕がいるべき場所はここじゃなかった。
Well,
But it was such a good
crap.
bit. We
Crap.
can't get rid of it already.
Yeah.
よそっちじゃなくてこっちだぜ
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
健在にやっているようで俺様もご機嫌だ
You are, after all, my spawn.
That's right.
ちゃんと埋めたはずなんだけど
ああどうやらまた死んでしまったらしい
Yeah, that would be eerie. I thought I buried you.
死んだのはあなたが勝手に死んだんでしょ
I do tend to do that.
その後あろうことか俺様の名前を名乗って好き勝手やってくれたらしいじゃん
Yeah.
そんなことがしたくて貴様は吸血鬼になりたがったのかああこの辺はまだ貴様を追っている連中には教えてねえ
Right.
かつてのダチに対して見栄を張るためってことにしておいてやった
Yeah. Cool.
サイと懇願したなんてことはぶちまけてねえよ
Cool.
千年生きてても予想外なことってあるよな
珍しく
It's beautiful like that.
私みたいなのが自分から吸血鬼にしてくれって頼むような
Yeah.
そうでもね600年前にも人がいたぞ
Yeah.
And quite frankly, you don't compare.
もう感傷的になっちまったのかな
Sure.
加害被害の視点でしか捉えられてなかった
Okay.
には食われる側が食われることを望んでいるケースが抜け落ちている
A joyful meal.
自ら食べられたいと願う動物なんて
崇高な理念を持って吸血鬼になろうとした貴様と違って極
I'm loving the art.
Yeah, it worked.
そんな崇高な理念を今となってはすっかり忘れて
She just wants donuts.
どうやらやり遂げたようだ
Yeah, she's free.
やり遂げた気分か。
達成感なんてまるでない。
Honesty.
期待外れだった。吸血鬼ってもっといいものだと思ってた。
But it's kind of a sad and lonely existence.
そもそも太陽が苦手って時点で最悪じゃない？
Yes.
あんまり失望させないでよ。ここはあなたに吸血鬼のいいところをアピールして。
Nah, it's not all sunshine and diamonds, kiddo.
Yeah.
しているのは失望じゃなくて絶望だ。
Oh. Oh.
いい話？美談ってこと？
吸血鬼には美談も。
Yeah. No, don't throw
Hopefully
that
not.
bullshit at me.
これは商談だ。
Transactional.
Okay.
俺様を食っていいぜ。吸血種である俺様の血をごくごく吸えば、今ならばまだ人間に戻れる。
And is that something you would actually choose?
悪いものだって言った覚えはないわよ。
最悪だって言っただろう。
Yeah.
Yeah, classic high school girl being like,
Uh-huh.
oh, this is the worst.
Not nitpicking, literally just taking what you said.
そう思っているのなら、俺様の血を吸うだけでなく、むしゃむしゃ
Yeah, you need help. Yeah. Get it all.
今以上のパワーを獲得することができる。
Does that entice you?
より強力でより恐ろしい吸血鬼になりたきゃ、より強力でよ
Yeah, both options are open.
その商談には決死にして必死にして万死の吸血
Yeah, where's the death cheating part of that?
商談は一挙両得が基本だろ。
It's like, well, then, wait, what's going on here?
I don't trust you then.
拒食症で死んじまう。それってすっげえダセーだろ。だから貴様に殺してほしいわけだ。今度こそ殺してほしいんだよ。
Kill
Okay.
me dead.
それって自殺願望ってわけ？
It's in the name.
1割だか9割だかが自殺なのよね。
Where'd you pull that number from?
そうだな、みんな自殺する。
All of them.
だから俺様が自殺したいと思う前に殺してほしい。
Whoa, I don't want to feel despair.
Yeah,
恩厳師だよ。誇り高い俺様にそれこそがふさわしいし、
right.
Oh, yeah, proud indeed.
死に急いでない。ただ思い残すことはなくなった。
Yeah, you got to see your friend again.
Yeah, and she's doing great.
ぬくぬく楽しそうにやってるのをこの目で確認したからな。
Oh, that's awesome. Although you could go with her to get donuts like once.
そうそう。名前教えてもらっていいか。偉大なる俺様を殺す吸血鬼の
Right.
あなたを殺す私の名前は
播磨キエ。
Boom.
Oh, and her hair changed.
奇跡相和ではなく
Okay.
第一の被害者と思われていた播磨ちゃんだ。
Okay.
ニーソーも風亭も一様になる。言うなら全てのミイラは身元不明体だ。
Ah,
なのに
Oh,
because of all the school stuff. Yeah.
right.
Nice.
自分の携帯電話を握らせればその
Nice.
ミイラを自分だと思わせることができるんじゃないのか。
That's genius.
明白にガエンさんたち捜査陣を意識した
Uh-huh.
Okay.
連続吸血犯はどうやってガエンさんたちの存在
Because we literally observed all the mummies.
人が生産したミイラにまとわせたのだとすれば、すなわちそれは目や耳やそして脳を
Oh, okay.
Okay. I like it.
東ちゃんの家の OG 集会を狙うのではなく、ごくごく普通にカンバル家を狙うはずなのだ。
Wow.
And he's gonna show up.
In
Fantastic.
pajamas.
Striking a wonderful pose.
はじめまして荒木先輩。こうして話すのは初めてですけれど、大噂は金が
Sure.
A によって人助けですか？ここには人間は一人もいませんけれど。
Wow. Fun. Yeah,
Not the
including
first
you.
time I've
Yeah.
saved a vampire.
なくて助けたんじゃないでしょうか。
バカな。何を言っているんだ。あんなカラカラに乾いて生きているのか死んでいるのか。
Telling me they all wanted to be.
書いているのに大学生になったらそんな気持ちも忘れちゃいましたか？
No, you wouldn't forget.
出ますか？荒木先輩。青春の青は思っているより濃いんですよ。
Damn.
青春なんてとっくに忘れた幻冬の俺様には気恥ずかしいと掛け合いこそが青春なんじゃねえの。笑える。
Also a great point.
主人を食いたいか主役を食いたいか。
The protagonist, yeah.
濃かろうと薄かろうと青春なんてもう真っ平。
Sure.
Fair.
身長170センチポジション控え。 きなプレイはフェイクよ。
Nice. That's perfect.
やるわ。
Yeah, about that. Oh!
Well, we didn't even need a god or a
Yeah.
elder vampire.
久しぶり、荒木くん。
Oh
時間
shit.
稼ぎご苦労さん。ツインテイル似合うやん。
They do. They do indeed.
やりすぎだよ影縫い。そいつはまだ貴様が相手にするほど
Yeah.
手つきやないひよっこ。それはむしろ今の踊れの方ちゃうんけ。
Fair.
どうやらまた生きてしまったらしい。
じゃかましいわ。
Nice reversal.
で荒木くん。これは誰？
Who was this? No.
その女子高生はその後どうなったの？
Oh.
針
That
物
sandwich
ちゃん
looks
だっ
good.
け？
Hello. It's been a while.
It has.
特赦せざるを得なかったって
Ah.
少年法ならぬ
Cool.
大人の事情が適用された感じなのかな。
Okay. That's
Very
good.
good. Very good.
強制送還ってところに落ち着いた。別れ際はさっぱりしたもんだったけどな。その辺の吸血鬼感覚ってのか、吸血鬼時間ってのかは
Yeah. But that's okay.
何を隠しているのかは事後に放たれたこんなコメントに現れていた。
Okay.
それはお前にとって人間ってなんだという僕の問い。
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, what'd you say?
モンスターじゃろ。こよみん。
Oh. Fun.
それが許されちゃうのは結局僕がまだまだ子供ってことなんだろうぜ。
Just a little bit of growing up to do still.
なんてこと。次の講義の時間が迫っている。から連絡するわ。
それって連絡をしないときに
おや、可愛らしいのつけてるじゃない。こよみんも女子バスケットボール。
Well, honorary member, you know.
よって計画には引き続き喜んで協力させてもらってるよ。
Oh.
Alright.
Wait.
I like it.
考えてしまうし迷ってしまう。
迷わへんよ。大人やから。
およそ多数派の意見を代弁しているとは思えないその独特。
Yes.
高校を卒業しようと、そして大学生になろうと、あられに小弓は未だモラトリアムの真っ最中だった。
Nice.
All right. Growing up is hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No, it isn't.
That's kind of what this arc was. I mean, not this arc. This whole season was about, basically.
Sure. Yeah, and it was especially on the nose with our snake goddess, so
Yeah, Nautico. Oh my god.
that's
Okay.
a conclusion.
That is it for this arc and for Often Monster.
Yep.
And the twist reveal at the end that she pulled a little bit of a fast one, swapping the clothes so that you
Right.
wouldn't suspect that she was
'Cause
actually
it's a mummy.
the one that got away. So
And that also would explain why it was the same general height, build, appearance, and all that stuff, right?
yeah.
It was for the Switch, not because, you know, of some other reason, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fun little detail there. Her dramatic kind of entrance to Deathtopia and being like, "Hey, so
Here I am."
what's all this about? I want to do a trade deal. You can either regain your humanity, or you can gorge even more and become
Yep.
a goddess vampire.
Yeah.
Either of those sound great to you? And
Either
so you're
way,
like,
I
wait,
die.
wait.
Yeah.
And it was so funny to be like, oh, she doesn't understand this when she's literally the one that begged to have her
become a
humanity
vampire.
taken away.
Yeah,
and to be
exactly.
gorged upon.
Right.
It's like, wait, you don't understand it.
Yeah, the
Like,
there's a fun thing that this show does with like power and the people who have it, but then the people who don't, and the way that the people who don't oftentimes are in more of a position of power than the people who have the power, right? And I feel like Shinobu is a classic visual example of that, right?
Sure.
With, you know, her going from regal kiss shot form, you know, to diminutive, you know, child, right? Well, Aragi is the one who doesn't really have vampires right now and is the one, you know, like steering the ship and all that stuff. And so here, yeah, the vampire that is on death's door, right, of their own, you know, choices. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, then is dealing with the person who was human, who crossed through death's door, by their own choices.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
it's fun. Like,
it's very
you
fun.
think that you'd be free as a result of making this decision, but no, you're really not. You can't even go outside in the sun. That sucks. Like, the practical limitations of just that alone is like,
It felt very
not
much
great.
like the child basically went to an adult and said, make me an adult right now.
Right.
And they're like, you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Okay.
Magic button. you
And
know?
then they're like, wait, why do I have to buy all my own stuff now?
Right. Yeah.
Adulthood sucks. You can't do whatever you want and just play outside all the time. Yeah.
In fact, we often wish that we could go back to having things be like it is with you because you get to do that.
And then they're like, what? You think like high school life is great? You think
like-
I was loving it? I was a happy-go-lucky kid?
It's like, no, definitely not. But
High school life can suck.
yeah, the line of the if you can't tell if you're alive or dead, doesn't that mean you're just a normal high schooler?
Like, holy doomer. like that
yeah.
that goes so
great,
hard
though.
because it describes so perfectly how some of our high school experiences were.
Right.
I would say I was way too boring and normal to have anything extreme on any side of things.
Oh no, right, but you can
But
still have
I
that.
can absolutely understand the perspective of someone who's like, no, fuck high school.
Like it's one of those things where even if the circumstances or the ways in which it manifests is different,
Yes.
that experience
Right.
can be pretty doggone universal, right? Puberty is a bitch, right? Like
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and there's all of the things outside of yourself that make things complicated when
Right.
multiplied by puberty. But
Yeah.
you know,
It felt so right to have this almost debate of whether or not you should just continue going forward one step in front of the other with any hope or just being filled with despair. And I loved the Deathtopia, them being like, well, you could just make a choice and just adjust things. It's just like, whoa. I didn't say I hated it. She's like, you literally said it was
literally
the worst.
said it was the worst.
That's just an expression. I love the like.
Why are you nitpicking my words? No, I'm just taking.
I'm
the
just
literal,
listening.
I'm just. The
I'm
literal
actually just
definition of what
listening.
you said.
Yeah. I love that so much because there is something very childlike about looking at your circumstances
Right.
and going, this is the
Impossible,
worst. This
yeah.
is impossible. I can't
Yeah,
deal with this. I need to change something.
Right.
It's like, whoa, wait, okay, hold on.
Okay.
You're actually on the cusp of something interesting.
Yeah.
You know what this means, right? You're about to make a choice. You're about to.
You know what this means? You need to give up. No.
No. You're close. You're almost there. But
Throw a tantrum. No, that's what you would do if you were 5.
no. But the part that I think is really cool here is that what's her name? Vampire huntress who comes in. And stomps on
Kaganui.
Kaganui basically brings this up of like, I don't hesitate. I'm an adult.
Right.
It's the idea that when you go to make choices, one of the things that is the hardest part to overcome when making a choice is actually following through on the actions that come from making the choice. No, because people make choices all the time in their head,
Oh,
and then the second they go to think about acting it, they undo the choice.
Yep.
So you have to acknowledge that they did make the choice internally, and then within like 5 seconds of making the choice, they decided, nope, they chose to undo that choice.
It's the cat going up to the door and then being like,
No, I don't want to.
But wait.
No. It's horrible out there. It's the worst inside to go outside. This is actually the worst to go back inside. I hate it here. And so there's something to be said for when you make a choice, you don't just need to think about like, wait, is this the best thing I can do? Oh, does someone else like pull one over on me by me eating them? Or is there some like all that hesitation comes from the very natural, very real part of growing up where you realize that you're now responsible for your own choices in a lot of ways. And it's hard to realize that, oh my God, wait,
And
I could ruin everything right now if I wanted to.
And maybe-
I could also completely change everything if I wanted to right now. And also,
it's up to me.
I
Shit.
have all these choices
Yeah.
all the time available to me.
And so maybe don't grow up quite as hard as Kaganui did, because that's yeah, bish you scary. Like, and I know that you want to be that, and you are totally fine with that, but,
Yeah.
you know, all right, that's, I love that for you, you know?
Right.
But the idea of, yeah, in the same way that, like, Shinobu made her decision of, like, you know what? I want to stay this size. I want to stay. I have a good thing going right now. In a lot of ways.
I found peace and satisfaction and zen
Right.
in just the day-to-day joys.
Yep, going back to just laughing and smiling and eating donuts and being like, yep, this is the good shit.
I could be a goddess if I wanted to and
Right.
have them all bow before me.
But that shit's overrated.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and that's
No
And the thing
friends.
is that, like,
No.
I feel like that's why you need this. You need the turmoil and the
Right.
you know, all the crazy stuff of puberty, because it's all the energy to be like, shit, you know, I need to do something.
It doesn't have to be suffering, but yes,
Right.
the process is a process. It does not just instantly resolve.
Yep.
You can sometimes encounter a vampire on the road at night that just goes, "You good?" You know? And you're just like, please just magic button switch.
Right.
Just flip the whole script on everything.
Someone take me out, like on a date or with a gun. I don't care.
Bring Agent 47 in here. I'm like
Right.
ready. Just do it. I'm really glad though that they had Deathtopia continue to chime in with this, because a lot of what her life was coming to terms with, well, choice Shinobu made, choice Acerola made, and now she continued to live for the centuries, despite going through that. That was a probably really painful, hard process of just living. Through that.
The idea of being like, all right, now the next 400 years or 600 years or whatever, I'm just gonna starve.
Right.
Because that's what I choose.
And the idea
damn.
that through all that, she found some measure of joy and peace and didn't commit suicide or go down despair in any way. But eventually she started to maybe realize, now there was some word on the air with regards to Shinobu and everything like that. So that's the, oh, that gets me excited, so I'm going to come here. And the catharsis of, oh, good, it's better than I could even have hoped.
Yep.
She doesn't even resemble remotely in character, in build, in personality, or what have you.
Right.
That person.
Even just the little bit of like fragile ego that's like, I gotta put on my nice clothes and pretend that Araragi is my, slave and all that stuff, and it's like, oh, hun.
Yeah, you're way different.
You are so different.
So you know what? Fantastic.
Yeah, like,
in a lot of ways, you grew up.
Right.
It was the child that left the home with the crazy, lofty ideals that was like, I'm gonna change the world. I'm gonna do things differently.
And fantastic, good on you. You were able to be the beautiful princess.
Right.
Only other people that, like gouge their eyes out and stuff is whatever. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But like, okay, great. But you don't need to be that all the time. Sometimes you can just be like, you know what? Like, and there's a part of me that wonders if that's where the, like, old people stubbornness comes from, is just the resignation and realization that, like, yeah, maybe I'm a bit of a grump. Maybe I'm a bit of an old fart or whatever. Maybe I'm just a gremlin that wants some donuts and that's it,
Well, I think part of it is that there was a lot of hesitancy that people who are immature go to with regards to owning their decisions in life.
Sure.
And basically, that's what Kagenui is bringing up, is that when you're an adult, when you're actually mature, you don't second guess your own nature. I think that people who are biologically adults still question and second guess and hesitate on who they are, and thus don't actually act on that.
Yeah, because maybe it wasn't something, even if on the biological level, your body has figured out who it is, you might not have fully resolved to yourself, I know exactly who I am.
And an old person like you're bringing up just does not give a fuck anymore.
Right. They don't really have time to change their mind anyways.
Why would you do
why
that?
bother with it?
Yeah.
And that might result in them accepting the fact that, like, they're a bit of a prick, maybe, or,
Well,
or whatever. But
I would say most people who I very much respect in terms of wisdom, ride this very interesting spectrum between being generally like amiable in that they're great like listeners and they're very good at opening themselves up to when someone comes to them in like humility and a desire to connect.
Sure.
But also when they're going towards the thing that they're needing or what have you, they're not diminishing themselves to placate the feelings or to placate the feelings of other people.
Yeah.
That's something where they've resolved the, I don't need everyone to like me. I don't need everyone to be my friend. It's the, you're not going to gel with me necessarily, but I'm not going to be an asshole to you. But maybe I'm not doing all my like arigato gozaimasu and itadakimasu is my formal things that are.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy the fact that I can just be me, and that's that.
And that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in some ways, Deathtopia had resolved that by coming here and goes, I had my conversation. I got to see her. We laughed together.
Yep, it was great.
It was great. It was a shock and a surprise and everything I could have hoped for. You know what? I could die happy right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fascinating point to be in your life because you assume, right, Deathtopia's life is going to go on for another centuries or what have you, right?
If she lasted 5,000 years on no
she can keep going.
Yeah.
Sheer force of spite will keep her going.
She might say that she was in her winter years, and I love that joke and everything in these, so I'm not sure about commenting on you kids,
Right.
But yeah, I imagine even if her death is right around the corner, it's probably another 100 years or so.
Yeah, so the idea that
at least
she's kind of saying, hey, in a lot of ways, if your life is such that you can just at any point be like, yeah, I'm satisfied. Whoa. Like, you've attained some level of enlightenment because for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about humans, but we are frantically trying to get to the next thing. Sitting still and just being content.
Apathy is death.
No, because see, there's a difference between apathy and contentment.
Yes.
And,
absolutely.
Yes.
And youth love to get those two confused.
Oh, they absolutely do, yes.
Speaking from personal experience.
No, I understand it very well as well. I think that apathy takes a lot more work than contentment does, genuinely. Like...
Huh?
Yeah. No, really. I think it does. Like, because the idea,
I want
apathy,
to believe the wisdom that you've got there, but
I think it's
but
the idea.
I really feel like it's the opposite.
No. The reason why I think is because we overcomplicate things.
Sure.
Apathy is basically saying you don't care about anything.
Right.
And you cannot live without caring about some things.
Sure. True despair.
Yep.
There's a lot of energy that would go into place to actually neutralize all emotion.
Right. You can be oppressed to the point where you care about very little.
Sure.
But I think true apathy, meaning death, is because in order to be truly, fully apathetic, you would have to be dead.
Sure. A lot of energy has to be put into the equation one way or the other, whether it's coming from you or your externals.
Totally. I'm not debating that contentment also takes a lot of energy. I'm making the point that if you were to bring it all the way down to how much, I think apathy actually takes more energy because you would have to be forcibly holding everything back that you could care about. And contentment is in some ways eventually
I don't know.
I feel like what I'm saying makes not as much sense as it could, but I think what I'm getting at is a principle thing with regards to contentment is easier than you think it is.
Right. You're communicating something that is one of those, what I will call, I guess, non-literal wisdoms.
Yes.
Right? Where it's you could actually pick apart the words, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And absolutely. Sure, but that's not the point, right? Because words are just a means of communication, and it doesn't always have to be literal, mechanical, or one-to-one.
I could say it with more words to get a more accurate thing of what I'm trying to get at here, but I think it's more that contentment is easier than you think it is. I'm speaking to everybody, myself included. But I think that apathy is something that is only capable of sustaining itself off of your efforts. Like you can feel apathetic, I would say, intermittently from things coming from the outside.
Okay.
But I think eventually you have to feed the apathy. Like it won't last that long, basically.
Cozy up into your own smothered silence.
Well, basically, it's the idea that like this too shall pass. You are dealing with temporal things. That's part about growing up.
Yeah,
Is that
right.
the sufferings and struggles that are very real of growing up are themselves temporary. Every adult will let you know if you're a child and you're in those like, oh, this sucks and this is the worst.
Right.
They're like, you're gonna. It's gonna pass. They're basically gonna tell you all the
Right.
same thing of like, I remember what that's like.
Yep.
Hold on, it's not gonna last forever, and in fact, it's not even gonna last that long.
Yeah.
Like,
It's there is this part of my brain that when things like this are brought up of and the when you're high school you can't tell whether you're alive or dead, or the isn't the the very struggle and lamenting these issues, is that not a fundamental aspect of youth? I feel like there's a part of my brain that wants to like try and boil it down to an equation, and like the idea of like the relationship between like slopes versus like area under the curve and all that stuff. And it's like, no, you're actively doing all of these things. The fact that you are trying to wrench this time of your life that you're in into a more acceptable state, that very thing is the proof in the pudding that I don't know. I'm not using words in a very wordy kind of way, but yeah, I don't know.
okay, no,
If that made sense to you,
I kind of followed.
leave a comment or something being like, I kind of get it.
Yeah, no, I kind of get it.
But
Yeah.
loved getting the Shinobu stuff.
Yeah, Shinobu's little comment of like, oh, what are humans to you? She's like, well, monsters, right? Like, oh.
Yeah, I want that expounded on.
Well, I think part of it is just like what you humans are capable of.
Sure.
If you have parts of yourself that have distortion, they're not in alignment with you, so they're monstrous. You have fake and real parts of yourself. You are a walking contradiction, and I think it's a fun little closure bit on like the Bake Monogatari kind of thing here as well, by Bakemono, monster
Sure.
and stuff. So it's kind of a fun little poke at the very beginning of the story and stuff as well.
Right. Also, speaking of very beginning of the story, going back to the girl that started it all, Senjigahara, that was great.
Yeah,
It was great to see her.
Good to see Senjo again.
Yep. And the idea that Araragi is going to be like trying to help the team and all that in
Yeah,
his
is
own
he going
ways.
to be like a assistant coach or
awesome.
something? Like,
Yeah, there were a bunch of, let's see.
if fix that, apparently the submitter's gone to the actual complaint in school, the club would have been forced to reduce time.
Oh. I'm having them fix that because there were only 5 days free. Apparently, even some parents called about it. Man, if they'd actually complained to the school, the club would have been forced to reduce time. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Gotcha. So just basically calming down the intensity of the club,
Right.
with a little bit of his help
Just
here.
just outside little
Yeah.
pushes. Yeah. That is interesting, though, the idea that, like, the situation that the girls were in with the club, because it was something that they were all doing together out of just, like, habit and, like, ritual and all that stuff, even though none of them wanted it to be like that anymore, how easily, theoretically, it could all be set right because,
yeah.
theoretically one loud voice could be like, hey, let's stop this. It might be very difficult to get the courage to do that, and maybe not everyone would be able to convince the group as a whole, but
Yeah.
it almost feels like they're all suffering in silence, and even though they're all together suffering in the same way.
Sure.
But
Yeah, really cool finale for this, to talk about the I don't know, kind of the deeper psychological stuff that goes into transitioning from child to adult. And I loved the clarifying thing of like, that unique reply, which I'm pretty sure isn't representative of the majority opinion. It's like, well, yes, well done, lawyer speak. Yes, we're not trying to say something. I might have said something in the discussion in a much more unilateral way. But yes, all opinions and all that. But the idea that it was serene and lacked all hesitation. I liked the combination of serenity, basically the placidity, the lack of passion. It was very matter of fact. And
Which
I think
I imagine a lot of youths would resent the idea of becoming someone like that.
Well, I think you're right. I think there's another side of it where, in a lot of ways, I think children act that way externally, but actually internally are full of confusion and don't know anything about what they're talking about.
Like the sophomore idea. It's like, I know things.
Yes, exactly.
Doesn't
know anything.
Yeah.
And I think in that respect, that's part of actually where it's not important that you be certain. That's in some ways not helpful a lot of the time. It's where you need to be willing to constantly be growing, to be back in that place as a child and be willing to receive and adjust to things.
You don't need to be certain to act with intention.
Yes.
And so that's where it's the, hey, you think you know everything? Great. Go do something, make a choice. Awesome. You're going to learn that there's a whole lot that you don't know.
Yeah, let me know how you think about it.
How that goes for you.
Yeah.
But when you learn that lesson, maybe the tough lesson, the thing that you want to take away from it is not to make fewer decisions or don't commit to your decisions as much, just to, try and be flexible and actually, like, acknowledge your own limitations.
Yeah. Yeah, so moratorium being basically a way to show that Aragi's been put on pause, if you will, for a bit of time.
And there's a part of me that thinks that might be referencing his agreement with Guine of like, hey, leave me out of all the, supernatural stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what it is that he's fulfilled the deal. This is now just he's free from all that.
And it's not just for a year. It continues,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet, he's going to be constantly learning. He's going to be still growing over the course of time. And that's kind of a fun place to be in that he can be comfortable in that he's not going to be demanded of for these supernatural things necessarily.
Right.
Now, this is not the end of Monogatari necessarily. In any strict way.
Right. Arguably, we already had the ending of Monogatari.
Well, we had the end of his story, I would say more specifically with regards to his stuff. But, this was a nice also thing maybe even of saying, hey, we might not get some Monogatari for a decent bit. Or if we do, we're going to have a little bit of a time skip.
Sure.
Or if we do, it's not going to be focused on the supernatural side of things.
Right. Or it's, exactly.
Yeah.
And or, we're going to focus on the side characters that might still have things to do.
Yeah. Or it's going to be just literally like a university drama. Like I genuinely probably, if I got more Monogatari, I would want just college life of all the characters from the main series.
I would totally be down for something like that. I would also absolutely be down for something that's like more like slice of life, like
more comedy and light.
Yeah, like they get together and cook or something.
I mean, that's basically what I'm asking.
Like Shinobu
too,
being like, all right, you're limiting how many donuts I eat. Time we learned how to make donuts. Okay, that does make sense, Shinobu. Right?
I feel like you still have to somehow, let Nisio Isin do their part in that, which kind of lends it to be
not a little slice of life.
Well, a little bit less
slice of life.
Well, just less obvious on the surface kind of stuff.
Maybe
there has to be some layers to it,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Nisio Isin can do just fine with just the dialogue. That like,
true.
If the characters don't have conflict anymore, great. Now just have them
faff out and do whatever.
Spotlight. There you go. Right? Like,
yes. Oh yeah.
We'll eat that shit up.
We'd always be here for more of that.
Yeah.
But All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the first episode's reaction and discussion of Ranma 1/2 Season 2, right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.